I didn't get into it. Someone got me into it. You know, I think like most people, nobody goes around looking for a direct selling. This was about maybe 11 years ago. I was looking for something to do. I was worried about my future. I was concerned about my finances. And someone knocked on my door and said, I've got something I'd like to share with you. I was open enough to listen. That's how it all got started. I joined the business in August 2001. And I remember I always say, oh, I'm having a good day and today is better than yesterday. But time flew, and before I knew it, it was like 7 years and I didn't get the kind of results I wanted. So the struggle was really working hard but not producing the income. And along the way, I had to adjust my lifestyle. I had to leave the home that I wanted because I couldn't support it. But I never looked upon it as a struggle. It was always things I needed to do to keep going. Yeah? But I guess the biggest struggle is how to become successful. And if I didn't know the way, then I wouldn't be. So I keep looking for the way. And I keep trying things. And when you keep trying things, sometimes it doesn't work out. And then when you're doing a business with people, you get into arguments, you get into differences, you get into contradictions, you get into all sorts of stuff. So I guess that's part of the game. But I don't ever remember using the word struggle. That's a good question. Frankly, I like to say I'm an MLM virgin. I was never involved before. I didn't know much. And I've become to realize that what made me different from a lot of people was I didn't have an opinion about something I didn't know anything about. I realized in the course of business, a lot of people have a preconceived opinion. I didn't see it as good, I didn't see it as bad. I wasn't attracted to it. It came looking for me. And when it came looking for me, I had been an investment analyst for like maybe many years. At that point, 15 years. And I used my investment analyst skills to analyze it. And what they presented to me, what the person introduced to me in the name of the company, Unicity, I took a look and said, wow, this is a great company. It's very focused. It's not all over the place. It's got history, it's got time behind it. It's got the kind of products I wanted. And they said that I will not lose money. They said I can choose who I want to learn from, who I want to work with. And they said I don't have to give up my job. I said, wow, it's got all the things I wanted because I have been looking to do business for myself since I was very young. But being what I have been, I did not dare to take risks. You know, you might call me the kiasu guy, you know? But I guess most people are like that. Most people are afraid to lose. So I'm a middle class guy with a lot of resources, but I was afraid to lose them. Here was a deal where I saw I could not possibly lose money. That's a good place to start. So I got it. So it came to me rather than I went looking for it. And I did not ever evaluate another alternative company because this was already good enough. I joined Unicity, and it's a huge company. And it's American, it's in more than 30 countries. And I joined it because it's got the products that I needed for my health. I was living a life with some concerns. You see, my mom died of cancer. And I bought all the insurance agent there to sell to me. They just press one button and buy another insurance. So I was really afraid of disease, and I was afraid of cancer. When I was introduced to Unicity, I said, wow, you got so many products and you said you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. So you can do half of what you say, that's good enough for me. But you know, it can do more than half of what they said. It did everything they said and more. So I found products that really were suitable for me and my wife, my children, my father. My father used to have a big problem with cholesterol, 20, 30 years old. And 3 months of Unicity's product, his problem's gone. And it's been gone since 2003. I think that's very fair. And it had, of course, the opportunity that came with the product. And I was looking for an opportunity where I could make a lot of money without losing anything. And that looks quite right. And it took me about 7 years to understand the compensation plan. Now, my experience was every time I found out a bit more, it was better than I thought. Every time I found out a bit more, it was better than I thought. And you know, it's like, I never had any disappointment in my experience with this company. And so you had to plan your opportunity. It's got the history, it's been around for a long time, it's got markets, it is everywhere I want to be. I've always wanted to build a business. I'm a Malaysian, but I've lived in Singapore for many years, thanks to the hospitality of Singapore government and the system itself, right? But I've always wanted to do something in Malaysia. And this company gave me the opportunity to work in Singapore and Malaysia. Not majority, all. In our experience, if we approach 10 people and they quickly get the idea, oh, this is something to do with MIM, the general sense of the industry is negative. So most people will have a negative opinion, and you can tell quite quickly. So how do we approach them? I teach my people to listen. So let's say we are trying to have a conversation, we haven't even gone into it yet, and they kind of get with that there is a MIM opportunity behind the conversation. You can see the window closing it up. So what we do is, hey, you seem to have an opinion about this industry. We will ask. And then we want to find out, yeah, is that your personal experience or is it what you heard from people? Would you mind sharing with me more? And we like to find out what happened to them. And sometimes they did not even get involved themselves. They just heard from friends. Sometimes they were approached by people in a way that they did not welcome. And sometimes they were actually involved and they actually lost money or they lost heart and gave up. So there are all sorts of situations, right? But I think if we can just listen to the experience, find out what happened, let them spill it all out, and then we can create the space for sharing a new opportunity. Oh, I'm very clear about what that is. My brother's achievement has been to help other people become as successful as me. There is a lady who 3 years ago was very poor, no money to her name, no life, no health. And today she's got a 6-figure bank account balance. She's got a good 5-figure income. She's got the time of her life to enjoy. She's got not just beauty, but she's got health. In the past, she was a beauty queen, but got money, but no money. But you can't tell, right? A lot of people like to look good, but do they live good? So to be able to help people to not just look good, but actually look better, and then live well, with no issue of money, no worry about health, and being the owner of their time and their life. And if I have done it once, that's great. I've done it more than once, that's very great. And now I know that that's going to keep happening, because what I pass on, they are passing on. So I cannot call it a proud achievement. It's going to be a rolling thing. It's going to keep going. Well, I don't know of people looking to join the industry, but I know of people being invited to join the industry, because hardly anybody looks to join it. But if you were invited to join the industry, you may want to ask some questions, and you might want to focus your question on four aspects. One is look at the company to find out if it's an established company, if it's got products that you will use, if it's got a plan that you can do, and if it's got an established infrastructure that you can work with. That's the first thing. Look at the company, look at the products that they have, and look at the opportunity. The second thing you want to look at, do they have a system to help you become successful? Because very often people fail in network marketing, not because they didn't try, but because they get confused. People get confused because there's so many ways of doing the same thing. And you know, the problem with the industry is full of people with egos. And when you have 5 people with big egos coming together, they have 10 different ideas. Now you want to be careful about joining a company which is out to confuse you. You will not succeed. So ask yourself, are you happy with the life that you have? Is what you're doing going to get you the things you want in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? Do you deserve something better? Because if you think you deserve something better, I don't know of an industry that will help you get that other than this. Because this is an industry created for the small man to become big. This is an industry that's created for the nobodies to become somebodies. Now, if that's you, then put yourself into it, put your life into it, take it seriously, work at it. Because there's so many companies, there are successful people everywhere. So it's possible to succeed in anything. Question is, are you going to be one to succeed? Are you going to play the game until you get the goal?